What is it about the game and the way it's played over there and the development of these players and when they're hitting the league that separates them from the typical college route? Because we've seen it now time and time again where international guys come in and they're ready day one and they don't need that big adjustment at the NBA level.
Number one, I'm gonna say they're not scared of us no more. That's number one. Once LeBron and them leave, all those idols that people used to look up to, those are gone. I mean, a lot. Look what's happening in France. I mean, a lot of these players are gonna grow up. They already been playing with Wimby, so the fear level is gone. I'm gonna start off with that. Number one, it's because once you feel like you're there with someone, then that changes a lot. Number two, I think at Eurocamp, I think it kind of really showed. I was in Treviso last week, and number one, ball movement. Like with us in America, like we pass the ball one time in transition, we get in the shot. Maybe two times max. Over there, they pass, swing, swing. They're gonna get the best looking opportunity in. And I think the third one, and I asked Jokic this, I've asked several players this, I've asked Rudy Gobert this. Every player, even Nolan Traore, who's going to be, a lottery pick next year, he was like, I asked them, like, what's the difference between basketball here and there? They say, and I don't think they mean it in this way, but they're trying to translate it. But they say their mind. And meaning is like their IQ compared to ours. They feel like we're athletic, but they feel like they think the game better than us, which is crazy. Because in basketball, in order to win a championship, you got to think the game,
Yes.
number one. But they say that meaning because right now, I think we're in a space, especially when it starts off with our development, where we're not learning how to play, the right way of basketball. Number one, we're going to take 8 million dribbles, to get to a spot. It's not realistic. It doesn't really translate to, what it is. I think a lot of players, how they're training right now is we're training to be the next LeBron and next, Kobe and MJ instead of learning how to play a role. That's why I like Jared McCain so much. I keep bringing this up because I knew that he was going to outsmart all these kids that take 8 million dribbles to get to a spot, do a runaway three to the corner, score 30, and people are like, oh, I love that. But I want to see something that translates. And I think that's our biggest problem in the States and compared to there is that they're going to go into a workout. They might not take a million dribbles. They're going to go get to a spot, do a one dribble pull up, probably the most basic, boring workout that we probably won't think is attractive here, but it gets the job done.
Yes.
And I think that's big. What about you? What do you think?
I mean, I love that you said they're no longer afraid of us. That is spot on. And just the confidence that these players are going to have coming up now, playing against, turning pro at 14 or 15, playing against competition that they know is going to help them translate to the NBA if they eventually want to get over here. And we saw with Nolan Traore. Nolan Traore is a French point guard. He's going to be he's projected to be a top 5 pick in next year's draft. He was at Nike Hoop Summit. And everyone that was in the gym, you had VJ Edgecombe saying, he's the best point guard I've ever played with because that quick decision making. He's not taking a million dribbles to get the offense set. And then VJ said he's also fast as hell. So that helps as well. But yeah, I'm calling it the Wimby wave. And there's no shortage of talent coming up from France and other European countries. And I think you're right. Like once we see this wave of LeBron and these older players leave the league, it's going to definitely turn more into a global game, more so than it has already.